realize I'm between you and the door, so I promise I'll be very quick. I get it. We do need to flip this next time, Chip. I want to thank y'all for letting me be back here in Maury County. It is always a privilege to be here. It's a privilege to be here with Representative Napier and our friends Sam and Betty Kennedy. Representative Napier served in the legislature for a number of years with my father, and so I'm delighted to be here. I was here a few weeks ago at Mule Day, and I got a chance to walk with Ty Cobb in the parade, and we had a big time. It was a glorious day. But things have gotten much more somber here since I was here a few weeks ago. You know, I can't speak to what they're doing in Detroit. But what I do know is they've made a lot of bad decisions for a long time. Amen. What I also can speak to is I know that there is a great workforce here in Maury County. They have worked hard. They have built good cars. They built a community here in Spring Hill. They built a community of churches, a community of schools, a community with stores and restaurants here. And all of those jobs are dependent on what happens right here in Spring Hill. Now, I've had the opportunity this week to speak with Mike O'Rourke with the UAW. I've had a chance to speak with several representatives of the governor's office. And while I understand the situation is very fluid, let me say, I firmly believe with all my heart that they are working diligently to try to make sure they preserve those jobs here at Spring Hill. I've got to believe that GM has got to have, after all the bad decisions they've made, surely they've got enough economic wisdom to realize what a great plant they have got here at Spring Hill and what a great workforce they've got here. You need a governor who will continue to develop and create jobs in this state. That's why I'm running for office this year. I am not a professional politician, although I've got a political name, I understand that. I'm a businessman, first and foremost. And I have spent my life in business. As I have looked across this state, I have seen a state filled with great people, with great assets, and with a lot of challenges in its future. You know, right now, working families are out there really struggling to make ends meet. They wake up in the morning and they're worried about their future, and they're worried about the future of their children and their families. That in itself is why this next election for governor is so vitally important. The next governor of this state has got to be an individual who understands how to build this economy, how to create new jobs, and I think most importantly, how to maintain jobs here in Tennessee. What's that going to take? I think it's going to take accountability. It's going to take putting people first. It's going to take putting Main Street in front of Wall Street. It's going to take being open to new ideas. It's going to take being able to balance the state budget without an income tax. And yes, it's going to take learning to do more with less. Those are challenges I can meet. I've spent a lifetime in business. I've built a business. I've run it. I've created jobs, and I've met a payroll. But I want to take just a couple of minutes to tell you a little bit about my background. I went to Vanderbilt, as Chip alluded to, undergraduate into law school. I came home in the summers, and I worked at the Goodyear Tire and Rubber Company over in Union City, Tennessee, hand stacking those tires in the trailers over there. I don't know whether you ever hauled hay before or not. I have. I can tell you this job is as close to hauling hay as anything you'll ever do. But it was a great experience for me. And then In 1985, I took a leave of absence from my law practice, and I traveled all 95 counties in my father's gubernatorial campaign. I learned a lot about Tennessee. I learned a lot about the dreams that Tennesseans have for their state, and a lot of what they dream for their families' futures. In 1989, I got a chance to fulfill a dream of my own. I got a chance to buy a business in Jackson, Tennessee. I took that risk. I moved from Nashville. I went to Jackson. I took that risk. I built that business, creating jobs along the way. And I believe being a very good corporate citizen for our community. I've been married for 20 years to the same unfortunate girl, I have to say, Mary Jane. We've got two really smart, very athletic kids. They're going to be 18 and 16 this summer. And now that I've got one, my 18-year-old, that's looking at college and, of course, entering the workforce, I am concerned about, I have a dream for both of them now. And my dream is that they can both come back to Tennessee, live here, find good paying jobs, have adequate, affordable health care, and raise families of their own. Now back in 2002, I don't think there's any question, we all know Governor Bredesen inherited a physical wreck. It was his leadership that led us through that. I understand something about leadership. My father taught me that the number one job of being governor is to put the people first. That was a different day, but I think his values were as true then as they are now. Now, Tennessee faces huge challenges. There's no question about it. None more pertinent than what is right here in Spring Hill. I want to work with you to meet those challenges because I think I know where the growth and future of Tennessee is. The growth and future of Tennessee is in its working families. It's in its kids that are in schools. It's in its rural communities. And it's in our values as Tennesseans, which honor faith, family, and hard work. All across the world, Tennessee is known as the volunteer state. And when I get elected governor, I hope you will volunteer to join with me to create a better state for us all to live in. Thank y'all.